Timaeus' alchemy store.
Did you say my name?
Looks like I beat you here.
So, did you do your homework, Timaeus? Paimon wants to hear it.
So sorry. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Honestly, all you people are useless.
Timaeus, might I ask how you're progressing? Huh? Traveler and friends. Oh, nice to see you again.
Sucrose has me deciphering an alchemical recipe, but my brain is doing backflips. I just don't understand it.
So, in other words, no progress?
No.
Oh. Now that you meant...
Is that...
But
Shut
of
up, Paimon.
course! Alchemy is an ancient and mystical discipline. Yet with the passage of time, those that can be said to have mastered its secrets grow fewer and further.
Yes! That was my thinking too. But I believe that Mr. Albedo is still painting on the mountain. And we've got lots of...
If you want my opinion, if Mr. Albedo can't figure out this recipe, nobody in Teyvat can.
It's a windbloom recipe I transcribed from an ancient book.
Ooh, what if the windbloom isn't a naturally occurring...
Oh! Now that's an interesting take on the windbloom
Jesus
conundrum.
Christ.
You misunderstand. The book doesn't say anything about it being a recipe for a windbloom. It's badly damaged and lots of information is missing. Only a few pages of scattered notes from the original volume have survived. That, and a recipe written in some unknown language. The author mentioned in the notes that the recipe was extremely precious. I know it might seem inconceivable, but something about it being extremely precious made me think of wind...
Huh? But...
That's an act of imagination.
Just give it to us. I mean, we were here like a couple of hundred years ago, so maybe we can read
Traveler,
it.
could you take this recipe to Mr. Albedo?
Mr. Albedo should be at the camp at the foot of the mountain.
Cool, that's nice. I said, just give it to us, because imagine if we can read and we're like, oh hey, I know what this is. Like, really, how do you know that? I do my homework, research, I know my history. You know, make up some excuse that isn't, that you're several hundred years old.
Now there's a romantic location.
Depends what type of, which mountain you're referring to, because if it's the one I think you are, I wouldn't say that.
Windbloom, the flower that alchemy made. Sounds exciting!
Oh god.
Paimon needs to know the truth. Let's get going. Albedo, here we come.
Like, what if this, you know, mysterious language is just English? And it's like, you know, totally no, like, oh yes, I love this, it's so romantic, you go up there and you freeze to death and there's lots of monsters. So romantic. I don't think that's quite true, Venti.
Albedo!
Hello, fancy dress man.
Traveler and Paimon? And who might this be?
I just find it funny that they always just call you Traveller, as if apparently nobody knows what your name is. When obviously they do know it, just because since you come up with your own name, they couldn't make it so that every single name in existence had a name and dial, especially when if you give it a stupid name, like some people do. But I mean, some games have tried, like Fallout for example.
This is our tone-deaf bard.
Venti will do just fine, but yes, I am a bard.
Greetings. I'm Albedo, the alchemist.
The Windbloom Festival is in full swing. People...
Well, with the Windbloom Festival in full swing, as you say, why would you be out here looking for me?
We're helping Sucrose. Sucrose gave us some paper. She says there's a Windbloom recipe from an ancient text on it. Neither she nor Timaeus can understand it, so we came looking for you.
A Windbloom recipe? I see. This is an ancient language. Even so, I don't...
So what could it be?
I could only guess, I'm afraid. In order to reach a conclusion, we'll need to see the real thing. Sadly, my hands are full right now. But I can give you a list of ingredients, if you'd like to go gathering.
So it doesn't tell us where on the map to go, so we're gonna have to find out ourselves. Well, that's annoying.
The recipe...
Yeah, okay, I have absolutely no idea what that is whatsoever, so that's not helpful. Well, just great. The thing I need is something I've never actually got before, so... that is extremely annoying. And I seriously doubt you can buy it either, otherwise I'd already have it. Let's go to the iris over here. Yeah, sure, why not? I've been up there already. Oh. Some of the people in this world are interested and they just enjoy being all by themselves all the time. Sort of sad, really. Not too difficult to get to then. Okay, let's go and see Cyrus. It's funny how she keeps saying that boy Cyrus, even though he's not a boy. He's, well, it's an adult. She says he acts like a kid, but, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, honestly. See, that's not a boy. It's a fully grown man. Yeah, no offense, Cyrus, but I don't think, you know, you're the best person to ask about youth. You say not dangerous, but those pictures are from an extremely dangerous mountain that very few people are capable of handling. Yes. Again, like I said, if they go to that mountain, they'll probably die. So. And I presume everyone will just say they don't care and to leave them alone. And people always send us. Hello, Thomas. People always send us to do something, probably because they know it's going to turn out badly and they don't actually want to do it themselves. Yeah, I'd probably hire someone with a lot of experience in that because it is pretty dangerous up there. Yeah, so they said they wanted someone to take them up there, but none of them are interested in joining the guild, because who would be, honestly? I mean, I do it, that's sort of part of the game, but I don't think anyone actually wanted to join, other than those who love adventure and, like, have a death wish, because they're all completely useless. Honestly, I also think the outfit's probably a bit of a put-off as well, because the uniform that the Adventurers will wear, in my opinion at least, especially for the guys, look kind of hideous. You know, I mean, the women's Adventurers Guild outfit doesn't look too bad, but the dude's one looks horrid. I know for a fact I wouldn't want to wear that. Anywho, we got a letter from Zaris. Look, he keeps calling him a boy, it's so annoying. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind doing it for free because I have so much more. I mean, give me other stuff, sure, but you can keep the more for yourself. I gotta literally make like a building out of it, I've got so much. Oh, sorry, alright. Didn't mean to talk to you. No, family, of course. Oh, my friend. I mean, you do ask the person who owns the flower shop is a little girl, right? Because mods that's so free that little children can have businesses as well. Which is fine, I guess. She does pretty well, honestly. Whenever I need flowers, I usually go to her. As long as they're normal flowers anyway. Any of the more unique stuff, you obviously have to go and find yourself.
be offering the flowers this year.
Can we just take a picture of this area where she usually stood? Since she's not here. Or does she have to be in the picture? Yeah, she has to be in the picture, okay. Just have to wait then. What?
I swear.
That was a picture of Flora. Go on. Is that better?
Flowers this year.
What?
If it was me.
What are wind blooms? They're dandelions, of course.
I wonder who will be offering the flowers this year.
Wait, yeah.
If it was me.
Oh, do you want it, like, to be able to see every single facial feature or something? What?
Lions, of course.
Or do you want them all far away? View of the entire store one?
Poinsettias look like. There's no way they're sweeter than the ones I'm already selling.
Around Cape O.
Oh, he's just what the hell? Was that one of the back of her head?
Flowers this year.
A lot better? Seriously, what do you mean take a picture of 4? I've taken like 10. Oh. Sounds alright. Could have said that I couldn't complete it because it was another quest was in the way. But no, don't tell me that, let me figure it out myself.
So long as you believe in wind.
Oh, Lily. Well, I mean, you can't blame them, can you, Victor? Because you for Tui. Always up to something, eh? Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know, whenever you decide to leave. Ugh. Oh boy, this is gonna be a one long day. Got nothing against kids, of course, but sometimes, you know, they can just be a handful. Especially when their parents always say, okay, we're leaving them with you, just make sure you're on your best behaviour and that. They instantly become more annoying, and then of course then, you know, the parents get back and then they say you didn't look after them properly when you didn't look after them. They were just misbehaving and that, so then you get in trouble and, you know, all that. And no, I'm not speaking from experience, because, well, I've never really had to look after any younger kids for anyone else, really. I mean, I've helped look after them, like my nephew, niece and that kind of thing, but I've never had to do it myself. Don't know why, I guess just no one trusts me to look after their children. That's a joke, by the way, it's nothing to do with that. Oh boy. Sorry about that, Jishi, oh boy. Well, he was already here. Look at you. You're adorable, aren't you?
Truly is fascinating.
This is probably why we couldn't take a picture of her, apparently. Even though that doesn't really make sense, because you could still take a picture of her even when you need to talk to her. Oh no. Just please don't, like, burn Monster down. Just imagine the inside it goes in flames because Lily wanted to make pancakes. That means you don't get any Paimon. Loser. this is going to be one of those situations where you taste it and it's absolutely horrible. But of course, since it was made by a little kid, you don't want to upset them. You say, "Oh, it's great," and they're like, "Oh, it's really? Do you want another one?" You're like, no, I'm full." You know, every time. You know, it's one of those things where the kids, they just want to do something nice and be helpful in that, but obviously being little kids, they're not very good at it, so they usually mess it up, but you don't want to upset them because they're trying their best, and they did quite well considering, you know, they're little kids and everything. But, you know, it just creates so many problems because you don't want to say it's bad, but also, you know, if you say it's good, then you'll end up having some more, so you either have to just grin and bear it, or make up some excuse to why you can't. And the excuse usually still upsets them, because even though they're like, "Oh, you've got someone to do, that's okay," then they feel like you could at least finish it before you go. So usually it's best to bear it, like, and just make sure they never do it again. Like, "Oh, they were great last time, but, you know, I'd rather you didn't make them again." Good save, Victor. If I've learned anything from you for your 2 years, you only say what the bare minimum that's necessary. So of course you'll tell us some things about the Vatu which we'd like to hear, but you'll not tell us anything that's actually important. So we're pleased, oh, you've got some information and nothing's changed, because you're sneaky. But I know better. Sadly, there isn't a dialogue option. That's, "I'm not an idiot, I know you're lying to me, so you better be honest or you can get the hell out," because your character's also a little naive, which is kind of annoying, I suppose. But I mean, it'd be unfair if you could just make your character know everything, and that's even things they shouldn't technically know, because then there wouldn't be much of a challenge, would there? But, you know, whatever. One day I'd like them to invent a game which, something like Sword Art Online. That'd be a great game. I would totally play that. Way too much, I think. Just hopefully it's not exactly like Sword Art Online, as I don't want to spend 2 years trapped in a virtual world. I mean, as cool as that sounds, you know, from the looks of how things turned out, you know, I'd rather not end up with my body being completely ruined after 2 years of not doing anything. Is that better? Good enough? But yeah, you know, that'd be cool. Like a world where you can go in, you know, a virtual world, but it's actually like fully immersive. You don't just like see it slightly and you move around in the real world, where your entire consciousness and everything is put into an actual body in the virtual world. So, you know, that'd be great. You know, just work out that stamina and everything. And like I said, if it wasn't like how it actually turned out in Sword Art Online, it'd be a lot more fun, because you wouldn't have to worry about dying, you know. Although, you know, if it did happen, just, you know, I don't know, just sit back and relax, let everyone else do all the work, then you won't have a problem. As long as you're capable of fighting, it shouldn't be that difficult. You don't actually have to go and risk your life. Well, if I did get put in like an SAO situation, I would probably do my best to try and get everyone out ASAP, Mainly because I don't want to be there either. Spending several years trapped in a virtual world, it'd get real old real fast. You know, farming the same beasts over and over again for XP, constantly crafting weapons and stuff, earning money by doing missions and that for 2 years. You know, when you get back into the real world, it would be like how it was, you know, in the anime, where it's like you just can't get used to it at all. You keep trying to like sheath your weapon or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, it's not how this works. Yeah, anyway, here's the pictures. Okay, great. Bye-bye, foreigner. I too am not from this place, or any other place around here, for that matter, so you're more familiar with it than I am. Okay. What to do next? We could do some challenges or something. So I could do that mission, I guess. But yes, okay. Yeah, okay, figure it all out when we do it. Okay, here we go. Recommended party level 36. Generate shield. Critical. No landing. Got it. Pretty easy. Okay, so evade until time runs out. Should be simple enough, but now I've said that, it probably won't be. Are you serious? I'm terrible at jumping over like circles and stuff. Okay, last one. I'd like to do that one where you have to try and stand on a safe square. I guess not. Avoid mist bubbles along the path, reach their destination. If you hit, restrained. Okay. That's what I was doing, just run up the slope and avoid getting hit by the falling stuff. Okay then, I can do that. Well, can I go then? 5 seconds. Are you serious? Excellent. Managed to get over 300. Wasn't too difficult. Challenge to get like bonuses and stuff like that, and then you end with like a battle at the end. Okay, fair enough. Uh-oh. Whoa.
I'm here. Look at you, Boozound. Pew-pew. Boba, get them.
Yikes.
Power that ended Hypnon!
Yeah.
Ha! Take this! This isn't good.
As long as this is like the last one, there's only these two, then I'll be fine.
Can't keep my eyes open.
Okay. Great. That could have gone worse. Could have gone better, mind, but I did it, so yay. Oh, that's interesting. A lot of flowers. Okay. Okay.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Got her up to 50. So stamina and Winchesters. I could probably just gather a whole bunch of stuff and then upgrade these guys. Thing is I need 2 of them, but they're impossible to get from the souvenir store, which means I'd have to get them from the domain of forgery. So they're impossible to get from the souvenir store, and also I'll have to get them from the domain of forgery. Same with them, I think. They're not too hard to get hold of. Ooh. Hey. Excellent. Oops. Oh. Oh, cool. Got a trophy. Just need to get them. What about all to them? I think I can probably get them as well. Because the thing is, I don't use Noel that much, but I have her because she's good. Obviously, being Geo, usually it's stone and stuff like that, and also like I can use her to like heal as well. So there's no harm in getting her up. Ooh, red blade, nice. Now it really is a blood-tainted greatsword. Look at that, that's awesome. See, that actually looks cool. I would actually use something like that. Whereas, you know, you see like that is kind of boring, honestly. I wouldn't be too interested in getting it. That's what it looked like before, kind of boring, and now, ooh. Okay. Like I could have used that Dragon's Bane, but increases damage against Hydra's opponents affected by Hydro or Pyro, so that would be good for her. But this is normal attack deal 160% damage, and it occurs only once every 10 seconds. So they're both good, but I sort of just stick with this one. But I mean, I'll just get this up and see what happens. If it turns out to be better, then I'll obviously change over to it. So now, both at level 20. So that does elemental mastery 85, 102, base attack, and the normal attacks 160%. So that's 12 times 6, 60, 72. So 274. Versus 99 plus 20%. Hydro, Pyro. Yeah, it's probably better to stick with what I've got already. At least for now. If its ability gets better and stuff like that, as it gets leveled up or whatever, then it might be good to switch over, but for the time being, it's better to stick with what I've got already. I might as well end the stream here, nothing else to do really. Next time, well, I'll probably, like, by next weekend, I'll gather more materials to, like, ascend my characters and their weapons and stuff so they'll be more powerful, and I'll also, probably do some other stuff as well, ready for doing some more quests, or do the Wonderland thing as well. So yeah, we can see about that. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.